What's up, gamers? It's your boy Sega Man back with another video, and this is going to be my top 10 Sega Saturn games. This was a hard decision because I own a lot of Sega Saturn games, guys. But I wanted to show you my top 10 of my favorite, some of my favorite Sega Saturn games. I have a lot of favorites, but in my opinion, this is going to be my top 10 favorite Sega Saturn games. If you're a Sega Saturn owner, let me know what you think, man. At the end of the video, put a comment down in the comment section, you know, uh, and let me know what you guys think, man. So let's get started, guys. Now, number 10 is actually an import game. This game, you really can't get it here. If you do get it here, it's going to be expensive if you get the US version of this game. It's going to be well over the 80 to 90 dollar mark. It might even be even more. It might be in the 100 area. I'm not sure. But you can get it cheaper, I think, still in Japan. Now, I'm not sure now because I did acquire this game about a few years back, probably about 4 or 5 years back. It could have been even longer, guys, maybe 6 years. And it is actually Golden Axe the Duel. This is the Sega Saturn version. This is my number 10 pick. And it's actually a Street Fighter-esque Golden Axe game, which is pretty cool. And it's a really good game. You know what I mean? Graphically, it's pretty decent. I beat it with a couple of the characters on here. But Golden Axe the Duel, man, yeah, it's a really good fighting game. Me and my brothers on the podcast the other day, we were talking about fighting games and different types of games, and I just wanted me to make a my top 10 Sega Saturn games, and this is my number 10, and it's not bad at all. It's not bad. You know, um, the Japanese versions of Sega Saturn games, like the discs are kind of cool. It has artwork on there. I like the way they spell Sega Saturn on it, on the disc itself right here. I like with the little S, like almost like a snake. But that isn't complete in its entirety, man. But Golden Axe the Duel, if you guys haven't played it and you own a Sega Saturn, make sure that you have that Mega Memory cartridge card though to put in the back of your Sega Saturn so you can play import games. They make different type of cartridges that you can put in the back of there so you can play your import games so you don't have to buy or import a Japanese Sega Saturn. So yeah, that's Golden Axe the Duel, guys. It's pretty good. Now this is a really good game. This is my number 9, and man, when GamePro was out, it gave it all fives. It's a really good fighting game, guys. Also, Sega Saturn had a lot of fighting games. Um, their fighting games were actually better on Sega Saturn than PlayStation. I know everybody loves Tekken, and Tekken is God to them, but there was just a lot of fighting games that surpassed and were better on Saturn versions of the games than on the PlayStation because I played both versions of some of those games that were on the PlayStation. My friend had a PlayStation, I had a Saturn. I had the Saturn version, he had the PlayStation version, and Saturn always came out the winner, man. I don't know if it was sound, sometimes graphics, especially when it came to their 2D fighting games. Sega Saturn they just made better 2D fighting games on there. And one of those games, which is really good and still sought after today, is X-Men Children of the Atom. Children of the Atom, man, is a great fighting game. I believe this is a direct port, I think, of the arcade version because I went into the arcade and I played this game, and then I went back home and played it again on my Sega Saturn. This was a long time ago, and I didn't see no difference. It's the arcade and at home with this version of X-Men Children of the Atom on your Sega Saturn. This game has definitely went up in price. This is a complete, in real good condition. You know what I mean? And I still love this game today. It had great music in the game. The character models they did very awesome for back in the 32-bit era. If you never played this game, guys, and you get a Sega Saturn, it's a must-have fighting game. for the Sega Saturn from Marvel and Capcom. This is a fantastic game, guys. You know, this game they should put on the Xbox Series X. They should try to port this game somehow and put on the Xbox Series X, man. That would be awesome to see X-Men Children of the Atom on the Series X, man. That would be so awesome. But that's another great, awesome fighting game, guys, on the Sega Saturn. Now, my number 8, I have both versions of these games too. It's by Midway. You guys probably already know what it is. I have it on the PlayStation 1. I found it on a PlayStation 1 at a Goodwill for $1. And I have it on a Sega Saturn. Now, I got very lucky getting this because this game is well over $100. I've seen it for $190 and up. I got it a while ago. I think it was for like 50 bucks used, but it was pretty good deal, you know, versus what it costs today to collect for Sega Saturn. Collecting for Sega Saturn today is one of the most expensive systems to collect for, guys. If it's not the most expensive, is the Sega Saturn, and that is Mortal Kombat Trilogy. This is one of the best Mortal Kombat games ever made. Ever made. They need to bring Trilogy back and put these on the newer systems too, man. You know what I mean? This is definitely very expensive game, man, but it is so good on a Sega Saturn. The PlayStation version was it was okay. It was slower. The characters in the game were they were slower. The music was muffled. You know what I mean? But it was way better on the Sega Saturn, guys. It's Mortal Kombat Trilogy, man. This is my number 8 pick, and I'm so happy to have this, brothers. Uh, yeah, it's very good. I had a guy that wanted to buy this off of me for over $100, and I said no. You know, but it has all the characters from one, I think, from 1 to 3, maybe. Just all the great characters like Kintaro. You don't see Kintaro, in a lot of the games. Muntaro, you know what I mean? All these guys were in this game. This is a great, awesome Mortal Kombat, guys. It's probably my favorite Mortal Kombat, to be honest with you, when it comes to Mortal Kombat games, and I own them all. So Mortal Kombat Trilogy, guys, on the Sega Saturn is my number 8. Now I really got lucky with this. This is my number 7 pick for Sega Saturn. Another game by Acclaim, and my friend's son is actually his name is the name of this game, and it is called Darius. Right? My friend Hebot's son is named Darius. This is my number 7. This is Darius Gaiden, if I said that right, on a Sega Saturn. This game has also come up in price. It's about $80 to $90 now. I got it in a trade. I traded in some old DVDs and CDs and stuff like that a long time ago. I mean, I traded a whole bunch of like movies, DVDs, and this was one of the games that I got was Darius Gaiden. And back then, I think it was around 40, 50 bucks. I'm not sure, but I had a big trade. I had over $300 in trade. You know, I mean, I took in a lot of stuff though, guys. You have to take in a lot of stuff, man. I had just everything. Stereo speakers, DVDs, CDs, different stuff like that. Some game stuff I wasn't using or I had extra of. But Darius, hats off to Darius. What's up, brother? My brother Hebot's son, man. He named his son after the game, which is really cool. This is a great shmup, side-scrolling shmup game, guys. That is really, really good on a Sega Saturn, man. It's an awesome game, guys. This is the inside right here. You know what I mean? It's complete in there. But I was so glad to add this to the Sega Saturn, man, because a lot of the shmup games on Sega Saturn are very, very expensive. So I'm glad to have Darius Gaiden in my collection. That is my number 7, right? Yes. Got to count there a little bit. Another great fighting game that came out for the Sega Saturn, guys. Very good game. You never ever hear about this game anymore. Um, really, really good game, guys, on the Sega Saturn, man. I played this game continuously. I think this is up in price a little bit. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the prices on my Sega Saturn games. I'm gonna say around the $70 mark, maybe 60. It could be more. And it was a good fighting game, guys, called Last Bronx. This is a great game. This game should have came out again for the newer generation systems. That is Last Bronx, and it's complete in case. But this was one of the best fighting games, man, on the Sega Saturn. I was so happy to get this game. It even has the little sponge that actually came with it inside there. A lot of Sega Saturn games came with this. A lot of people would take this and throw it out or whatever, but I think it was to keep the book from, you know, deteriorating in there or bending, I guess, and keeping the disc inside there in its place. But that's how it's really supposed to look when you get Sega Saturn games. And this is Last Bronx, guys. If you guys haven't tried it out, it's awesome when you get a Sega Saturn. Try to acquire it for a good price. You might be able to get it cheaper if you buy the import version from Japan. It all depends. But man, they did a fantastic job on it. These are games that me and he played, when we were younger, and we talked about these games a few times. But Last Bronx it's a really good game, guys, and yeah, it's really awesome fighting game, really awesome. All right, what are we down to? Five? We're down to the five. We're down to the five, man. We're going to be getting to my number one here in a minute. Now, this is another fighting game that was on Sega Saturn. They did a great compilation of these characters, and it's really cool, man. It's called Fighters Mega Mix. Another great game right here. I found this game to be expensive now, the U.S. version. If you want to complete in its casing shell, you might be able to get the Japanese version a little cheaper. But this had Virtual Fighter 2, Fighting Vipers, 10 hidden characters, altogether 32 champions, one game, no mercy. And that's what it says on the back. This is really cool because you could play characters from Sonic Fighters. They had a fighting game, Sonic Fighters. You can play all kind of characters. You can even play the cars from Daytona, USA. And they made a crazy mix up of everything. Boards were and the different boards were in this game. Awesome. You can actually unlock, I think, in Mega Mix, Pepsi Man. I think that Pepsi Man was the guy you can unlock in a Japanese version. I'm not sure. I think you can unlock him in the Mega Mix. I'm not sure. Or they might not have done him and done somebody else. I can't remember what my friends were telling me about that. But this is Fighters Mega Mix, man. Really awesome collaboration of characters from Fighting Vipers and Virtual Fighter, man. They did a fantastic job with this. Like I said, you can be even characters from Sonic Fighters. This is a really good game. Very fun fighting game to play with your friends, man. Hours and hours of fun. That is my number five. Now, number four is a great game. I don't have the second version of this game. I wish I did. I wish I did, but I do have the first one. This was a very innovative game back in the day for Sega Saturn. Very, very awesome, very cool. I don't know if it kind of reminds you of like a like a Super Lucky's Tale, or maybe like a kind of like a I don't know, like a Crash or something. I'm not sure. But they were very innovative with this game, and that is Clockwork Night. This is an awesome game, guys, on Sega Saturn. Now, Clockwork Night 2 is very expensive. I think one is up there too, but Clockwork Night, I believe, is even more expensive. But this is Clockwork Night, and they just did a fantastic job graphically on how they did this back in the 32-bit era. It's a very fun game to introduce to your kids also. It's very neat, and it's just different, and that's what I like about Clockwork Night. You know what I mean? It's just really cool, robust graphics and color in this. They did a fantastic job with this, guys. Clockwork Night, man. So if you get a Sega Saturn and you find it cheap, pick it up, guys. It's very, very cool, very nostalgia. With Clockwork Night, guys. Can't go wrong with Clockwork Night. Really good game. Now, This is my number 3 game, and this game is funny, very funny, and it's an awesome game. Now, this game, I don't know. I think it might have went up. I'm not sure. But this is the second version of this game. I have the first version downstairs. But the second one was actually up the ante, and it's really good creation also from Sega. And this is called Bug 2. This is Bug 2 for Sega Saturn. Very, very funny. Very funny characters. The art style is fantastic in this game. The way they made the bug characters. There's even a bug character with an afro. He's like a 70s, mind you, of a 70s like black pimp dude. You know what I mean? Like when he jumps on creatures or anything like that, he'll say different things like peace, love, and hair grease. You know, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it was just really awesome. Very trippy looking colors. A lot of great colors in Bug 2. It's an awesome game, guys. It's a must-have platformer for your Sega Saturn, guys. If you find it out in the wild, guys, pick it up. No matter if it's complete disc in a regular DVD case, and if the disc is in good condition, do yourself a service, guys, and pick it up because it is a great, fun game, and kids will also enjoy this, man. They did a great job with music and sound also in Bug 2. Now, my second one here, man, I used to play this religiously, man. I used to love playing this game, bro. I used to love playing this game. Wish I wish Xbox would bring this back, man, and put it on the Series X or even the Xbox consoles, period. And that is Sega Rally Championship for Sega Saturn, man. This is a great racing game. Great 32-bit arcade style racing game, man. 3D arcade racing at its best is Sega Rally Championship, guys. And it has a nice foil like cover. I'm not sure if Sega Rally, you might be able to get Sega Rally for $20, $25. I don't see it being any cheaper than that. In its case, it might be $30, $40. I'm not sure. Could be 50. It all depends on the seller, and it's in great condition. Sega Rally Championship was just so much fun, man. You had the arcade announcer voice. It just brings me back, bro. Very awesome game, man. Sega Rally Championship. It would be so nice to see this. Now, I have a Sega Rally on my Xbox 360. I believe that was the last one made. And that one's kind of hard as balls, the steering mechanics in it. But this one is very awesome, guys. And I wish they would bring this back, man. Bring this IP back, Sega. Phil, if you're listening, try to get Darius Gaten, man. Try to get Sega Rally or some of these Saturn games, brother. Get some more of these Saturn games, Phil, if you're listening, man, on the Xbox Series X. We would love to see these come back, like Last Bronx. If you can get that fighting game, Last Bronx. Games like that, Phil, get them for us, brother. We would love to play these with updated graphics, enhanced. That would be so awesome, guys, for the nostalgia dudes like myself and Hebot. You know what I mean? It would be great to see these on there, man. Sega Rally is my number 2. Now, my number 1. This game is expensive. It's not expensive as the third version of this game. This is a fantastic game, and they did bring this game over to the next-gen systems. And they did a fairly good job graphically with enhancing them. But this is one of the coup de grace games on the Sega Saturn. It is expensive, and it's still a fantastic game today and still holds up today. And that is Panzer Dragon 2, Zero Y, if I said that right, on the Sega Saturn. That is my number 1 pick for Sega Saturn, man. This is a fantastic game. Beautiful music, beautiful colors. The dragon is just amazing, and it's like one was amazing. Seeing one for the first time on your Sega Saturn blew your socks off. You got a demo of it. I actually have that demo disc, and it was just amazing back then for when we were younger. Back then, the 32-bit graphics, that was it, man. We were like, man, back then we were saying, what else? How much further can they go? We were saying that even back then, guys. But man, Sega Saturn did a fantastic job with the Panzer Dragon games from 1 to 2 to the most expensive, which is an RPG, which is 3. You know, that game I seen for $500. I've seen it even higher than that. Because that's one of the most expensive games on Sega Saturn is the Panzer Dragon um, RPG, Panzer Dragon 3. But this is 2, and this is right up there. It's not going to be no $500, but I seen Panzer Dragon 2 for over $100. But it is a very fantastic rail shooter game, guys. You would definitely do yourself a disservice, guys, if you didn't pick this up if you got a Sega Saturn, man. This is my #1 pick for Sega Saturn, guys. So, that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. You know, I like to do these retro videos once in a while. You know, it's pretty awesome to do. You know what I'm saying? Showing you guys some of my games in my collection of Sega products that I own, because I own a lot. Believe me when I tell you, you know, I own a lot. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back with another Xbox Alpha podcast sometime this weekend with all my brothers. You know, big shouts out to the Alpha and the Exile. You know, big shouts out to them, man. You know what I mean? Shouts out to everybody, and have a good week, guys. And I appreciate you subscribing, guys. I really do. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I try to do the best content that I can, and I try to do the best I can with my podcast. It's not going to be, you know, top-notch podcast, but you know, we speak from the heart. You know, there's no, you know, no special effects or nothing like that, man. We just talk about gaming and Xbox and what's going on here in the gaming community. Support us, man. Support the true Xbox podcast, which is myself, Hebot, 100, Unlimited Productions, man, and E-Rock. Support us, man. You know what I mean? Support us. And big shots out to everybody out there, man, out there in the Xbox community. Big shots out to, you know, just everybody that rocks out with us, man. You know what I mean? Big shots out to, you know, Outer Zinc and, you know, all those good brothers out there, man. You know what I mean? Go check out my brother Hebot's channel, brother. He does great work, great content, man. He's the best historian out here, in my opinion, when it comes to gaming. You know what I mean? And when it comes to pop culture of gaming and collecting retro style figures and toys. All right, so I'll see you guys later. Take it easy, man. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll see you guys on the weekend, man, with the Xbox Alpha podcast. Peace, guys. Xbox for life. We don't die. Multiply. Peace. Man, we've been eating good over here. More new games coming in Game Pass, brother. Man, it just doesn't stop, man. The best box is the Xbox. The best value for your buck. Chuck, peace.